what the hell happened to this beer? And why does it taste different? Today, we are going to explore what the hell happened, why it tastes different, and where you can get it, and just the whole history on another just warming episode of Brews with Beck. Hey! Oh! Hey! 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 Who goes there? Much appreciated. Welcome to Brews with Beck. All right, welcome to Brews with Beck. I'm Dan, and how the hell are you? Let's get to this story of this beer. Newcastle Brown Ale, otherwise just sometimes known now as just Newcastle. If you look at just the basic description, if you Google it, Brown Ale, originally brewed in Newcastle upon Tyne, England, launched in 1927 by Colonel Jim Porter after 3 years of development. The 1960 merger of Newcastle breweries with Scottish brewers afforded the beer national distribution, and sales peaked in the UK in the early 1970s. There's the quick thing on it. Brewing moved in 2005 from Newcastle to Dunstan, Tyne, and Ware, and in 2010 to Tadcaster. In 2017, the Heineken Brewery in the Netherlands also began production, and in 2019 it is brewed as well at Lagunitas Company in Petaluma, California, and Chicago for the American market. There's that. Good old Tadcaster. Any other thing? Oh, by the way, they changed the recipe, and that's what I'm going to get into. But let's get it out of the way. 4.7 on the Richter. Tap in. Lagunitas Brewing is now making it. Says, we often think the best way to make new friends is share a beer. So with their closest friends, they want to take the step further and brew it together. They're excited to partner with the people at Newcastle and take over their famous brown ale in Petaluma in Chicago. Not only were we able to do the brewing, but our brewmaster, Jeremy Marshall, has reimagined the classic recipe using Newcastle's traditional ingredients fermented with Lagunitas English House Ale yeast to bring forth a familiar but intriguing new brew. They reimagined the Newcastle Ale, and yes, would you like to interrupt real quick?
So this is Ralphie. He is cheering for the Denver. You see, he's pointing over there, and he like to do something. Like and subscribe.
All right. I like that.
And if he makes this, you better like and subscribe.
You made it. All right. Come ring the bell and let's move on. All right. Say see you later.
See you later.
Okay. Thanks, Bubba. Okay, he told me he was going to come in and try to increase my subscribers and my likes. So, there you go. Appreciate that. If you like that, throw a like to that. Last thing, they reimagined Newcastle, as a smooth, crisp, roasty, hoppier beer that's not too sweet altogether unknown. They brewed it with Centennial and Chinook hops, and that's available now. I looked into apparently how they used to brew it. They did not have the Centennial and Chinook hops. It had, I believe, just Kent Golding's hops. Chocolate malt, torrefied wheat, black malt, stuff like that. I think I've pretty much given you the down low on it. That seems to be the story. With all that said, wearing this for the 1920s gala that we have. All right, for my kid's school. But let's crack it. Found this up the street. Props to Playboy Liquor in Studio City. I couldn't find this, and I finally found it here. But let's pour it. All right. On the usual note, my son already kind of helped me out on this, but just please takes a second. It's really easy. Can you please hit that like and subscribe button for my YouTube algorithm? That way we can sit down with cold drinks like this anytime you want. What's that, England and Chicago? All right. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much. All right. Going the 2-bottle salute today, as I always do with 12 ounces. A lot of them. That way I can fill up my 16-ounce glass and still have some more. Nice 3 fingers ahead. Give it a second. Excuse me while I kiss the sky. And that's a beer, my man. Hold on one sec. All right, I think we're ready to go. By the way, you know, I had to look up because I know Centennial and Chinook are kind of just basic West Coast old school hops. Remember, Centennial is supposed to bring aromatic pine, citrus, and floral notes. Grapefruit flavors. Some might even say there's pine needles and tangerines in there. Chinook, again, that's why this is going to taste different than the original Newcastle. So if you want the original Newcastle, you're pretty much going to, as far as I know, you're pretty much going to have to go to the UK and, you know, like, yeah, all that to get the OG. But yeah, Chinook, slightly spicy and having smoky earthiness quality. Little grapefruit. Yeah, there you go. So it's going to be, I already had one of these casually the other day with my in-laws over at their place. And after I bought the 6-pack, and yeah, it does not taste like the same on tap Newcastle I had at Saddle Ranch Sunset back in the day, which was obviously a Wednesday. So there's the difference. So let's get into this because I've already saw people's comments like not the same. Well, it is. It's not the same. It's kind of like how Fat Tire changed their recipe. So let's get a smell. Smells a little citrus, like malty, like kind of earthy malty citrus. By the way, I put on some generic English music. Just trying to come up with a theme. All right, yeah, like malty and a little citrus. So that's the difference. I read something about like there was a little concern of what ingredient they used in the original Newcastle to create its color that people were having a problem with. So I don't. You can leave comments if you know anything about that. But all right, let's get it. No words, just emotions. Finally got Newcastle on here. Told you, an oldie but goodie that has been changed is coming. Like and subscribe, and let's drink a beer. Definitely biscuity, subtle like toffee malt. Very clean going down. Not gonna lie about that. Cheers. Yeah, from what I recall, I thought the old Newcastle was maybe a little bit more chewy. This comes off a little bit more cola caramel, meets a little citrus, drinkable, easy going down, as I like to say. What's the mouthfeel on this one? I'd say 40 out of 100. Like it's clean and it goes down good, but it you know. You still get that little bit of from a brown ale. Remember, I mean, 4.7%. That's not a, you know, that's less than a Budweiser. So between like Guinness at 4.2 and this at 4.7, like, you know, it's not like it's like big alcohol. Does it feel like 4.7 on the Richter? Feels pretty light. Not gonna lie. I mean, I could have guessed 5, like so. I would have probably guessed 5, so it would have been close. But yeah, 4.7. Apparently, that you know, Lagunitas wanted to make it a little bit more easy going down. That way, you could actually crush a little bit more. Well, I shouldn't say that because I think I take that back. I believe the OG Newcastle. It's the same percentage. So I don't know, just smooth, crisp. I think they want it just to be a little roasty, but kind of slightly hop it up, make it cleaner. I don't know. Just doesn't have that same overly huge caramel thing that I feel like I used to remember. Anyway, give me a second. I'm gonna see what other people were saying so far. Not bad, and we'll go from there. All right then. Salud. Usual Isla single malt Finlagen. But that's straight, so straight smoked peat on that one. All right, let's get in here. Nice fill her up. There we go. There we go. Man, I love doing the two bottle salute. All right, because it's like my beer never goes away. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Cheers to you. What are you drinking? What's your thoughts on this? I'm going to tell you what other people are thinking right now. Just a couple. One guy says toasty and biscuit, hints of nuttiness, earthy tea-like hop flavors, moderate bitterness, almost balanced, medium to light body, 3.25 out of 5. Person under here was like, we've been had. It's not the same. Like, yeah, you obviously haven't done the research and seen, what's happened. People didn't know that Lagunitas was now making this, and I don't know. But just to go back to that guy who actually had a lot of notes on it, I can see what he's saying about like earthy tea-like hop flavors, because I don't really get like the whole I don't get pine. I mean, you can kind of smell citrus off the bat, but see, now I'm just getting more of like a caramel malt ish, like earthy caramel malt, but it's going to come off a little thin because it's 4.7. It's not a big brown ale, like a big stout or big, porter or whatever. But so yeah, like I said, maybe even 35 out of 100 as far as the body. But there it is, finished off. Cheers to you. Hopefully you have an amazing Sunday. Collar it up. Did you watch the Kentucky Derby yesterday? Did you watch the game yesterday? Did you? Anyway, let's finish off the. Basically, yes, this feels a little bit dialed down from what used to be a little bit, from what I recall, a chewy caramel, brown ale. But still pretty good. Like I said, just it doesn't have that oomph that I would like. But had to try it. Had to see what it was up to these days. So leave your comments. Let me know what you're doing, watching, anything. Store down the hell no on this classic that literally is almost 100 years old. Newcastle Brown Ale, reimagined. Lagunitas Brewing, Petaluma in California, Chicago. I'm gonna give this one more taste. Like he's so right. Earthy tea-like hop flavors. Almost comes off like a big, like, I get big tea, tea flavors. It definitely is a nice. It's nice. Just I could use a little bit more actual bite and like flavor to it. It's just okay. Yeah, and on it's okay. I like it enough to be more than drinkable, but it's fine. It's not. It is definitely far from the beer that I remembered back at my bar when I would get a nice big 22 ounce of this served right on tap, and just always seemed amazing. But it is different, so it's not the same. And I'm saying that it's. I wish they. I'm gonna have to see if I can find someone who wants to give me the old version. But it'll do. I mean, I wouldn't. If someone gave me a 6-pack of this, I'm not gonna deny it. It's definitely easy going down, and I'll get. It's fine. Meaning, like, I'll give it like a 84. So, just like a getting into a B level beer. Nothing impressive, nothing bad. Just not bad. So that's about all I got to say. The new reimagined Newcastle from Petaluma in Chicago, Lagunitas, which is a subsidiary of Heineken, which is, Netherlands / Scotland. I don't know. Educate me on how that whole thing works. Anyway, enjoy your Sunday. Please help me out. I'm nearing. I need only like 40 something more subscribers to get to 1,000. So please help me out. Subscribe. Give me a like, and we'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy your Sunday.